Oh man, I think I screwed up the flow of the videos. The Mountain Dew Kickoff match, which is going to be held on the WWE Network, which I'm honestly surprised they're going to do a kickoff match because of the word that, the Raw and SmackDown pre-shows were being, I guess they got canceled is the right way to say it. If it was on any other network like NBC or CBS, a show no longer being on the air got canceled. Now the WWE pre-show is basically held in a hallway, which seems like it's being basically shot on an iPhone and being uploaded to YouTube with Booker T and that chick who hangs out backstage all the time. I'm surprised they're going to be doing a pay-per-view pre-show, which honestly in my mind is one of the biggest jokes there is. Um, I don't know if Jerry Lawler and Lita are going to be part of the pay-per-view pre-show or who's going to do it, but they're going to be having a match. Big Cass against Rusev, which honestly, in my mind, for the time that they've given this on Monday Night Raw for the past 2 weeks, I'm surprised it's a pre-show match and not being held on the regular card because there's not very many matches on Roadblock. I'm not really behind them using Cass as a singles guy, and Rusev to me, honestly, is one of the signature performers of Monday Night Raw. I'm not going to say that he's the main eventer. I'm not going to say that he's in the same class of guys that I want to see wrestle like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or even, Kevin Owens. But to me, honestly, he's one of the bigger stars that's used. And for him not to have a chance to wrestle on the actual Roadblock End of the Line 2016 pay-per-view is a little weird, especially with the fact that you can tell that over this past year, Big Cass, who was involved in the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship back in August, that they want this guy to be a singles wrestler. They want this guy to be a single star. Honestly, in my mind, way too early in my books. And I'm not basically saying that Big Cass doesn't deserve the opportunity to be a singles wrestler if that's what they wanted him to be. But I think that honestly, they really have something with Enzo and Cass. They should be taking over the tag team division. Honestly, in my mind, I haven't seen tag team wrestlers get the response that Enzo and Cass have got since the New Age Outlaws. And I know that that's sort of a comparison that these guys got because of the fact that, they come out, they do their spiel, and everybody, chants along with them and does the whole, song and dance. A lot like when Road Dogg would come out and, oh, you didn't know! Shit like that is always fun, and it gets people going. And I don't know when that stopped, but when Enzo started doing that in NXT and people started getting along with it, it took me going to an NXT show and seeing it live to really get the act and fall in love with the fact that, everybody loved these guys. To me, sitting at home and I was watching Enzo and Cass, I didn't really understand the fact that these guys were baby faces. I thought that people just like to sing along and do the SAWFT thing with them. I honestly thought they were heels all the time until I saw them wrestle live. But to me, honestly, I think that Enzo and Cass is great. And I think that honestly, Enzo is a great performer, and I don't know how he's going to do it as a singles guy, mostly because of his size, honestly. I think that he's honestly always going to be able to hold his own with the mic, and he's going to be, far above everybody else. But when this guy gets into singles competition and he starts losing matches, I think that people aren't going to be in love with him as much. And when you have the little guy with the big friend that's able to back up his mouth, it's awesome for a tag team, and I think that you honestly should run that into the ground before trying to split Cass off and make this guy go into singles stuff. I'm not one saying that Enzo has to be a manager. I think that he's a great wrestler. I think he's a great entertainer. I just want to see these guys wrestle as Enzo and Cass for longer. They went through NXT. They pushed this guy to the main roster. And all of a sudden, all the NXT tag team stuff is thrown out the window. Let's make Cass a singles guy. If you wanted to make Cass a singles guy, why didn't he make it through NXT as a singles guy? He only made it through NXT because of the fact that he, was in this tag team with Enzo and how much they got over with Carmella and everything like that. So I just want to see that storyline ran to the finish. But honestly, in this storyline, how are you not pulling for Rusev here? I mean, if this was your life and you're Rusev and you have this girl and you got this guy trying to pick up on your girl and he's not stopping, so basically you trap him into because if Rusev came to Enzo and was like, "Are you trying to mess with Lana?" Enzo's gonna lie his ass off. Everybody has been through this in their life, one way or another. You've had a girlfriend, and some guy's trying to talk to your girl, and you go to that guy, and you're like, "Hey, are you trying to mess with my girlfriend?" "Oh no, man, don't worry about it. We're just friends. We're cool." And he's trying to put it on the slip, but they put one over on him. They set a whole deal up to prove that it wasn't that. So Enzo comes, he's going to go hang out. He even gives Ric Flair the high five on the way out of Monday Night Raw. Ric Flair's basically, putting over Enzo, is becoming the new Flair, hitting the town, doing Lana, this, that, and the other. He shows up at the hotel room. He takes his pants off. He's ready to get down to action. Rusev comes in. It's like, "Hey, I thought you guys were just friends. Why you got your pants off?" Bam! Hits him with the vase, knocks him out. Enzo deserved that shit. And now Kaz is here trying to step up for his friend, trying to act like, Enzo didn't do nothing wrong. If I'm Kaz and Enzo did what he did, Enzo deserved to get his ass kicked. You pick your boy up, you say, "Hey," you dust yourself off, you win some, you lose some, you lost this one. But now, Kaz is going to go in there and catch an ass whooping because his friend is a dirty dog trying to take this guy's wife? Fuck that shit. Rusev, kick his ass.